This is a story called The Little Monsters, chapter 134. The kids are accused of shoplifting. The kids have just finished filming the final episode of The Kids Who Knew Everything Series 4, and they've got no more schedule for a few weeks. They all asked their parents if they could have £300 off their money so that they can buy Elizabeth and Mary Ann some birthday presents, as they both have their 7th birthdays coming up in the same week. Their parents give them the money and then they get their bus into town. When they get there, they go to their favourite shopping centre as there's a huge toy shop there. They know that both girls want bikes, but their parents have bought them one each. Mary Ann wants a couple of Cabbage Patch dolls and Our Generation dolls. So does Elizabeth. Elizabeth really wants her own scooter and skateboard. Mary Ann already has a trampoline, but Elizabeth wants a new one, as the old one had been damaged by the Frighteners gang. Stampy knew that his parents were buying her one because he gave them some money towards a massive one. As they were walking round, they heard a voice say, "Are you kids shoplifting again?" When they turned round, it was the manager of the toy shop. I thought you knew that we always come here to shoplift," asked Kicker. They all left, and then the gang took something off the shelf and put it in their bags, and the manager Sarah said, "Oh, you lot, I saw that, put them back." They all laughed again, and the kids took the items out of their bags and put them in their trolley, and then paid for them and everything else in their trolley. As they were leaving, Sarah said, "See you later, shoplifters." They all laughed and went on to the next shop. When they got there, it was a new shop When they got there, it was a new shop with a new manager and, of course, new staff. As the kids walked round, they were unaware that some kids from another school were following them around to shop and putting things in their bags. As they were leaving the shop, the alarms went off and the security guards grabbed the kids, and one of them said, "You kids are going nowhere except to the manager's office and to the police station when the police get here." "Why, what did we do?" asked Stampy. "You'll find out soon enough," answered the security guard. As you can imagine, the kids were terrified and they were all in tears. When they got to the manager's office, one of the security guards said, "We caught these kids shoplifting and we found these unpaid items in their bags. What do you kids think you're playing at, stealing from my shop?" "We didn't steal from your shop, we would never do that, ever," said Stumpy. "Well, if you didn't steal from my shop, then how did these items get in your bags?" asked the manager, Mr. Pear. "I don't know, but we didn't put them there," answered Stumpy. By this time, the kids were really scared and crying. Then Mr. Pear said, "Save your tears and excuses for the police and your parents when they get here, because I'm not interested." Mr. Pear rang their parents and the police, and when they got there, he said, "These kids were caught stealing from my shop. We found these items in their bags." "What were you kids thinking?" asked Kicker's dad. Before the kids could answer, the police arrested them and took them to the police station. However, what no one realised is that Kicker had managed to grab a pen and a bit of paper, and she secretly wrote down "meet at the hideout." Then she passed it secretly to Stumpy, who passed it on to the others. At the police station, they were all interviewed separately with their parents there, and charged with theft. When they were leaving, Creeper's dad said to her, "You're grounded and banned from seeing the rest of the gang until further notice. That includes school. You're not to go near them during playtime and lunchtime." The rest of the parents told their kids the same thing. When they got home, they were all told to go to their rooms and stay there. However, as soon as they got to their rooms, they all packed a bag, grabbed their tents, grabbed their sleeping bags, sneaked downstairs and out of the house, grabbed their bikes and met at the hideout. When they all got there, Grumpy said, "What are we going to do now?" "We'll get as far away from Lee's as we possibly can, preferably somewhere we've never been before and where no one knows us," answered Bumpy. "Yeah, but where though?" asked Stampy. "I know. How about Island?" joked Stumpy. "Hey, that's not a bad idea," said Creeper. "How are we going to get there when we don't have our passports, Creeper?" asked Kicker. "Easy. We stay here overnight, and then when all our families go out to work and stuff, we sneak back and get them," answered Creeper. That night they all slept at the hideout, and the next day they all sneaked home, got their passports, left their bikes, and then went to the train station. They got the train to Hull, made their way to the ferry port, and got the ferry to Ireland. When they got there, they found a campsite, but it was full, so they left. Not long after, they found a huge empty house in the middle of nowhere, and the door was unlocked, so they went in. By this time it was tea time, so they made themselves something to eat as there was a built-in cooker in the kitchen. Once they'd eaten, they went out to look around, and they found a huge skate park where you could hire skateboards, bikes and roller skates, along with all the safety gear. The kids looked around and the place was massive, and there was a massive ice rink and a massive indoor water park and swimming pool. It was raining really heavily, so they went back to the house as it was getting late and they were all really tired. When they got there, they watched TV for a while and then they went to bed. By this time, they knew that their parents would have reported them missing, but they didn't care. They knew that in Northern Ireland, where they were, no one would see them on the news or in the papers because they didn't get the same news channels as they did in England. However, when they went out, they were recognised by someone who was in Northern Ireland visiting their family, and the kids overheard her talking to someone. They heard her say that she thought she recognised them, but she wasn't quite sure if it was them. They also heard her say that she was going home the next day. They decided to stay at the house for a couple of days until they knew for sure that the woman had gone home. However, by this time some kids from another school had seen their pictures on the news and in the newspapers, and they recognised them. They knew that they were innocent because the same kids had done the same to them several times. They went straight to the police and told them this. The police did a TV appeal with the gang's parents explaining that they knew they were innocent. Of course, the gang didn't see this because they didn't have the same news channels in Northern Ireland. However, one day they were out shopping when a lady came up to them and said, "Are you kids aware that you're pictured in the papers? It says here that you're not in any trouble. And why? Where are you kids staying?" The kids burst into tears and Grumpy said, "We're staying at that empty house over there." Well, I'm going home to England in a few days, so why don't you kids stay with me until then? You can ring your parents and let them know you're safe, and then you can travel with me when I go back. The kids agreed to this, and when they rang their parents, the woman spoke to them and explained that she would look after them and bring them home with her in a few days. About a week later, when they arrived home, everyone was relieved to see them safe and sound. The store manager and his staff apologised to them and gave them a £200 shopping voucher each. The kids who stole the stuff were punished and they were banned from the store for good. End of chapter 134. Hope you like it, guys. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, please feel free to like, share, comment and to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, guys. Thanks for watching. Love yous. Bye.